Hello, Potato. If you're watching this, you survived 2021. Congratulations and Happy New Year's, because this is Weekend Magic for January the 1st, 2022. Now, before I get into this week's items, let's talk about a thing. Yep, it's one of those things where I complain again. So for a number of years, Disney, originally through Disney Store, now I guess just through shopDisney pretty much, has done monthly collections each year. The first one that I and my wife got into was the Disney Store 30th Anniversary Collection, which was not a monthly collection. It was actually over like 10 weeks instead of 10 months. But it was pins celebrating the 30 years of the Disney Store. And there was like a backpack you could put them on. And we managed to get the whole set, including the backpack. And one of these years we will actually put it in a shadow box and put it up on the wall somewhere. But after that came Mickey Mouse Memories, and then Wisdom, and then Minnie Mouse the Main Attraction, and then the not so great Stitch Crashes Disney. Great idea, ugly execution, in my opinion. If you're enjoying the series, good on you. But that's where we got off. We have everything from the 30th anniversary. Sadly, there will never be a 40th anniversary, and the Minnie Mouse Main Attraction, although we never did get the last ear set that we needed out of that. I think it was Tiki Room. We never got the Tiki Room ears. But yeah, Stitch Crashes Disney. I didn't win the raffle in January, and I'm frankly glad I didn't, because I don't think it ever got good. It also never finished, which is kind of the important thing here. Neither did the Disney Princess Castle collection, and I'm sure that the whole shipping issues is a big part of that, if not the only part of that. But even though they still have two collections running currently that they haven't finished yet, they've announced another one. Mickey Mouse, the Main Attraction. Yeah, they got creative. They named it almost the exact same thing as the last popular collection. And an interesting thing about it is that they're not calling it a monthly series, they're calling it a continuity collection. Because undoubtedly, much like Stitch Crashes Disney, it's going to take more than 12 months to put all the pieces out. Now, at least as of the time I am recording this, there's not been a lot of information released yet, a lot of leaks. I haven't seen what the plush looks like, but there have been leaks of what claim to be the first set of ears, which I object to being done in the headband style. Headbands are mini ears. Mickey ears are this. They should have been hats. I know the headbands are popular. I'm sure they're cheaper to make, and I am sure they're easier to display. But if you're going to tell me that they're Mickey ears, they really should be this. Being mini ears without a bow does not make them mini ears to me. But I don't know that maybe they're not targeting traditional male collectors of it. I don't know. The first one they've released is Space Mountain. So it looks like, judging by the ears and then also the leak of the first two sets of backpacks, which appear to be Space Mountain and Pirates of the Caribbean, these are going to be just rehashes of the Minnie Mouse the Main Attraction collection, which I can see justification for, because you can then put your Mickey plush and your Minnie plush next to each other on the shelf and have a kind of a matching set, assuming you were able to get all the Minnies and you're able to get all the Mickeys. The thing is, where the Minnies, I think the plush were actually really nice. I loved some of the costume work on some of them, not so much on all of them, but I mean, the designs were interesting, and I don't think we're going to see that with Mickey. I think we're going to see the Mickey Mouse Memory plush format reused, but just with prints that look like things relevant to the rides. And I think they're going to be nice, don't get me wrong, but I think they're not going to be as nice as Minnie. I think they're not going to have the same level of detail as Minnie. I think they're probably going to cost more than Minnie too. So it's going to be an irregular series, and part of the fun of collecting the stuff from Disney Store was actually waiting in line at Disney Store, where you make line friends, you form alliances, and you create enemies, and it was generally a fun experience going out there, bringing the camping chairs and a little picnic lunch, and just sitting there for 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 hours waiting for them to open to make sure that you got your Mickey Mouse Memories plush. And that's not going to happen now. It's going to be all Shop Disney. And I guess if you live near a park, you'll probably get them in the parks as well. But it's going to be all Shop Disney for the vast majority of us. And Shop Disney's site, let's face it, is not good. And they've never shown any interest in making it better. So, I mean, I guess I'll see how Space Mountain goes. And if I get the pieces I want out of it, we'll move forward. And if I don't, we'll decide maybe more on a monthly basis. But I have a couple predictions. So my prediction is, since there's evidence for this already, so it's not much of a prediction, but it's going to be the same 12 attractions as Minnie Mouse, the main attraction. I wonder if they will do a Mickey Mouse Main Street doll to match that Minnie Mouse Main Street doll that was part of the main attraction collection to go with it. I mean, I don't know what they would do with him. I don't think Mickey is going to look good in a Main Street patterned suit. But, I mean, I'm sure they will think of some way to go after our money. But my other prediction, this is the big one. I predict, aside from the usual thing of the plush, the ears, the pins, the backpack, maybe a journal or a cup, or I mean, there'll be other things as well. I predict there will be a key. Disney loves their keys to imagination keys, and I just cannot see them passing up an opportunity. It's like been 2 weeks since they've released a key. It's an amazing thing, if you don't count the Mickey and Friends key pins, which I don't, because they're blind boxes, and I'm not playing that game again, at least not at full price. But I predict there will be a Mickey Mouse main attraction key for each set. I could be wrong. It's just a prediction. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. They haven't announced a lot of details yet, and I'm sure by the time this video even goes up, there'll have been more leaks. Maybe some pictures of the first plush. I don't know. But I guess that's really all I have to say about that right now. If you have anything to say about it, if you have predictions, if you have comments, if you want to just share your memories of making line friends outside the Disney store collecting the other collections, leave them in the comments below. But now let's move on to this week's subject matter, which is the haunts of holiday past. Yes, I haven't done anything to do with the Haunted Mansion in probably a month. I think that ornament video from like a month ago was the last time I even mentioned the Haunted Mansion. Well, that's gonna change today because Santa brought me some Haunted Mansion items. Let's start with the biggest one first, because the rest of them are gonna have to be in the kind of smaller view. And the biggest one is, I guess, from Spirit Halloween store. And it is this, like, sort of this sort of a tapestry little flag thing from the Haunted Mansion. As you can see, it's got like a map of the mansion itself. It's got the Haunted Mansion logo down there. It says Haunted Mansion up here. And there's this other little kind of faux lacework on the bottom. It's not lace. It's just like thread. But this, I'm actually surprised at this. It's a little more quality than I would have expected from Spirit Halloween store. Spirit stuff's, not necessarily, in my mind, the highest quality of merchandise. But this is usually when I get these little like flag things, little banner things, it's very thin, like nylon fabric, very thin, very cheap feeling, usually very shiny. This actually feels like a fairly decent quality canvas. It doesn't say what it's made out of, surprisingly. It's also, not got the normal Disney tag because it's not made by Disney. It's made for the Spirit Halloween store. But even the plastic up here feels reasonably, it doesn't feel like the usual kind of cheap, brittle plastic things you usually have. A nice thick string for hanging it from. And of course, a tag just to let you know it is from Spirit. That's quite nice. I will have to find some wall space for it, but for now, just for the rest of this video, we'll just put it right there in the background. And hopefully, what I'm now hanging on won't collapse while I'm recording. All right, the rest of it's small stuff, so let's switch over to the small view. All right, so our first small item is this. It is a Haunted Mansion shot glass. This came from, I believe, Box Lunch. It does say beware of hitchhiking ghosts. Features Gus, Phineas, and Ezra. Not in that order. On the, Phineas, Ezra, and Gus. Let's put them in the right order. On it, and interestingly, and now you can tell it's not from shopDisney or Disneyland, is that it's not a toothpick holder. Usually when you buy these from Disney directly, they call them toothpick holders or mini glasses. They never call them shot glasses. But as you can see here on the bottom, this is a 1.8 ounce show. So I'm sure that's short for shot glass, not toothpick holder, or I guess it could be short cup. I don't know, but it's a shot glass. It's actually a Haunted Mansion shot glass. It's not a toothpick holder. And I think I have, in fact, I know I have a couple more Haunted Mansion like shot glasses in the collection But again, they think they came from Disney parks and therefore are called like toothpick holders and not shot glasses. So that finishes the actual items I got for Christmas. That's what Santa brought. The other two items today are ones that actually have acquired before Christmas and have been sitting around waiting for an appropriate time to take a look at them. And now normally, you know, I collect pins and I collect pops, but I do not collect pop pins. I feel like that's generally just a little over the line, just a little too far. But you know, sometimes they make one out of the Hatbox Ghost and you have to put your standards aside because it's the Hatbox Ghost. It's a limited release pin. It is not a pin trading pin, which I think is generally the standard for pop pins. Even though it was from Shop Disney, as you can see, it has a Shop Disney tag on it, $15.99. And it's a lovely little rendition of the Hatbox Ghost. And it looks like it should glow, doesn't it? And I haven't checked. So let's kill the lights and see if he actually glows or not. See if we can charge him up a little bit. I think he is. He looks like he is. That was just the changing from that light over there. It's making it look like it is to me, but does he? No, it doesn't look like it. He's just a ghostly color. He doesn't actually seem to glow. That's a shame. But such is life. Let's put some lights back on. Still, it's a nicely detailed little pin. And since I can't get a proper pop of him, because they still won't release another pop of him, and the one that exists is like $1 bazillion on Amazon, this is probably as close as I'm ever going to get to getting a Hatbox Ghost pop. Unless they decide to, you know, pull their head out of their butts and make a new one. Yeah, very nice. And our last item is also our second biggest item. And it's another pop pin. It is not those ones of Gus, Phineas, and Ezra of them standing up, which do look nice. And I kind of wish this had been done in that format because I would love to put it up on the shelf. But it is not that. It's a little bit smaller than those, although not any less expensive. And it is this, the Haunted Mansion lenticular enamel pin. I didn't realize when I ordered it, it was lenticular. It's a limited edition, actually numbered limited edition. It is an edition of 5750, which is a number I should probably understand the significance of, and I do not. It was $34.99. I do not think it's available anymore. They had a Leota one as well. I didn't buy that one either. But yeah, this one, I was surprised when it showed up because it is lenticular. And let's see if the camera can pick it up. So we have our hitchhiking ghosts in the Doom Buggy. And then, now they're gone. And they're back. And they're gone. And they're back. That's kind of cool. I would have bought it. I bought it just thinking it was a kind of a standard pin of them in the Doom Buggy. Got a little pin-on-pin going on here, I believe. Yeah, the front of the Doom Buggy is a separate layer. And like our Hatbox Ghost pin, it is not pin trading. It's got the metal pin backs. But it's a fairly good-sized pin, I mean, for the money. Is it the most detailed thing in the world? Well, I mean, I really like, honestly, the nicest thing about it is I do like the way the ghosts are put onto it. Yeah, it's the pop versions of them. I think it still looks good. The Doom Buggy itself is, I don't know, I mean, the style about it's a little bubbly. Something about it just doesn't seem quite right. But again, it is a pop format. I wish, you know, they keep doing like the Disney rides. I wish they would do ones with the other ghosts in them, because I do have the Ezra in the Doom Buggy. I would love to see them do a Gus and a Phineas in the Doom Buggy as well. Or maybe even some way of doing like this as an actual pop with all three of them. It would probably have to be larger than the Doom Buggy from the original pop. But I think it'd look really cool. I would buy it. I would totally buy it. And that's going to wrap us up for this week. We've got our some new Haunted Mansion things to go in the Haunted Mansion collection. Just a few. If you received anything interesting over the holidays, let me know about it in the comments below, especially if it is Haunted Mansion stuff, especially for stuff I've never covered and don't know about, because I'm always interested in knowing about new Haunted Mansion things. Also remember that Mickey ears look like this. They are not headbands. They are ears like that. My opinion, yours may vary. And again, if you have anything to say about the Mickey Mouse The Main Attraction collection, the new continuity collection, let me know about it in the comments below. I will try to overcome my social anxiety and reply to you. But I do thank you for watching. I hope you found this at all interesting or entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.